Hey. I really suck at sit down videos. It's like my second time of trying to do this because nothing comes out right. Okay, so I actually have goals for 2026. They may not be that big of goals, but they're goals nonetheless because usually I'll just take it one day at a time and never have any goals due to chronic illness. This year, I actually have goals. A lot of them are languages, but some is health too. So I've had quite the journey the last couple of years with my health, and I am finally getting to a position where I can do a little more. So these are going to go in the health category. One, I am going to try to remember to do my PT exercises every day. And then on top of that, do some like actual other workouts, which mainly are sit down workouts because of dysautonomia. Yay, me. And then another one was try to make it to the gym at least twice a week now that I can do things. However, I can't drive, so I'm gonna have to find more I can do around the house. But I usually go with my mom because we walk a track there, and now I can do something else, which is this new step thing that I like to do since I got dysautonomia, or ever since my dysautonomia came about to turn my life upside down. But because of pelvic floor dysfunction, I barely could do it at a couple seconds. Now I've been able to do it at least 15 minutes. So that's progress. And I'm pretty excited for that. The next one is I would like to do more dog training since I can move around more, which means I would like to walk her more this summer. Because she hasn't had a lot of exercises or a lot of exercise since I struggled with walking, which has been like the last 2 years. I mean, there's been little spurts here and there, but for the most part, we didn't get a lot done because I couldn't walk. My legs even were bad to where they still kind of do whatever they want, but they were really bad to where they just wouldn't work a lot, and I would end up in bed. I got bedridden quite a few times. So I can walk a little bit more. The next one is languages, and I have actually started learning Chinese, which I never thought that to be a language I would ever learn. However, I was kind of obsessed with their writing system, so guess I'm not too surprised. Probably starting soon. I have this app called Do Chinese, and I want to kind of use it more. I don't buy a whole lot of subscriptions, so the ones I read are free, and some of them are for free for only like a limited time or whatever. But it like sounds out the words and stuff, and I want to do that a little bit more. And then after getting a little more further down the Chinese trail here, I am going to pick Spanish back up. I mostly want to be able to read it. I will practice speaking, but Chinese is like my main focus. So I won't be as aggressive with Spanish as I am Chinese. However, I also have history with Chinese, and it's easier to read. And I have already found some resources, and I'm trying not to spend that much money on it since, like, it's not my main focus. However, I found a couple interesting books. So I think I'll be buying a couple books now because I have a problem. I have a problem with books. Now I want books in English, Spanish, and Chinese. And then I want to hopefully pick up sign language again and fucking maintain that. How I'm going to do that without actually talking to people because I'm chronically ill and an introvert is beyond me. I might have to find like music videos that are doing it in sign language or something. I don't know. So I'm going to start watching Billville. Bill Vicars, again, on YouTube. So yeah, and I'll probably do a little listening immersion, but my main focus is being able to read in those two languages, and then like being able to speak in like an understanding way in Chinese are like my main goals, I guess. I recently learned that there's a word for people like me called a polyglot. This isn't the first time I've dabbled in languages. I was learning Japanese and Spanish. I can't remember if I was learning ASL at that time, but I was learning Japanese and Spanish before I had kids. Then I had kids, and I was more focused on being a mom, I guess, because I really don't know what happened. So, getting into Chinese has made me obsess over languages again. So, I guess I'm getting there, and I am so in love with like China and the language now. It's ridiculous. I remember growing up that I was super obsessed with Spanish. I still am, but now it's in the second place instead of the first. So that's why I want to bring that back. And that's why I have a history with Spanish. Japanese, I would still say I'm an extreme beginner, and that's going to be the hardest one. So I'll do that last. And if I can deal with all these, I may learn Vietnamese because I am obsessed with Asian languages. However, I I've lost my train of thought. This is why I suck at sit down videos. But Vietnamese would be the last one. That one I don't hear at all. I seem to hear a lot of Chinese. Well, now because I've found a bunch of Chinese people and like Billy, and I even found a language exchange partner. With Spanish, it's because we're in America. Japanese is because of Billy, because apparently it's on Billy too. And every time I tried to go into something Chinese, it became Japanese. And I love anime. And then I have friends who play certain anime-ish games in Japanese. So I hear Japanese a lot. But it's going to be the hardest one. I heard the grammar is really bad. So that one, I don't care if I get fluent in. I'll just be like dabbling here and there, or at least until it clicks. My main focuses are Chinese and Spanish and ASL. I've always been obsessed with sign language too. Plus, my kid didn't talk till he's 5, and that's actually our first language. And I think that's about it. I mean, they're not that big of goals, but the goals nonetheless. Oh, there was one more. I'm hoping to get further in programming and art because I was learning game development, but then my dad died. And I got out of it, and I couldn't focus on anything again until recently. So I'm hoping to get back into that and actually get somewhere as long as no one else dies. I'm just saying. This last couple of years have been ridiculous. So yeah, that's about it. Those are my goals. Not that big, but something, because I usually don't have goals. And I'm hoping to somehow track it all. I found like these 2 chart apps to try out that some people have done with their languages. And yeah, we'll see what happens with that. So, see you in the next one. Bye, guys.